Have you guys seen this picture of Lara Croft from the new Tomb Raider series thing? To my fellow Kengan Ashura fans out there, I saw this and I can only think of one thing. I'm sure you know what it is. Kowloon Wong Swat. See that? Isn't that crazy? Anyways, on to the news. We've got That Park Place reporting senior writer for the upcoming Marvel's Black Panther game wants a shirt that claims most gamers are bigots. Alexa Ray Correa, a senior writer on the upcoming Marvel's Black Panther game being developed by Cliffhanger Games, shared her desire for that t-shirt, claiming most gamers are bigots. Correa made her desire known while responding to a post written by Kotaku senior editor Alyssa Mercanti. Mercanti wrote on X, "I don't support all gamers. Most of you are bigots." Why would any gamer want her support anyways, though? Like, support from some Kotaku senior editor? Easy pass on that one. As discovered from X-user Mazerlam, Correa responded to Mercanti by writing, "Need this on a shirt." What kind of boring, weird person do you need to be to think that's, like, funny to put on a shirt? Like, really? What's wrong with these people, man? Terminally online brain rot stuff right here. By the way, it looks like after making that tweet, she has protected her entire Twitter account. Why is it so often that people willingly say inflammatory stuff on their accounts publicly and then just, like, go into hiding? On the right-hand side of that screenshot, we can see part of that conversation from Mazerlam's tweet saying, "This terrible narrative director / senior writer for EA also hates gamers." Rosary Warrior John responding saying, "Of course." That's also the person who wrote the article, by the way, so that's cool. Smash JT saying zoinks. And let's see what else we got here. Jacques something that's cut off says, "Why the heck do these people go into this field?" And finally, Hoist the Black saying, "Wish people would stop referring to her by name and simply refer to her as Kotaku's senior bully so we can," and the rest of that gets cut off. Okay, it's funny to me that that person actually says that because I've already been doing that in my own way. For example, a few days ago when I was covering the situation with that Ori dev responding to that Ray person, and we got to the Kotaku part, I specifically went out of my way to not show that Kotaku journalist's name and only refer to them as Kotaku journalist. It's so obvious that she's desperately trying to get any shred of clout that she can off gamers, and I'd just rather not give that if I can help it. But to each their own, you know, y'all do what you want to do. That's just the approach I was taking. Obviously, in this video, I'm not taking that approach because I'm reading someone else's article, but yeah, moving on. Mercanti later attempted to justify the post by claiming it was a meme format, saying, "You guys spend all this time online and can't recognize a meme format." Yeah, so I had no idea what meme she was referring to, and I'll gladly admit that. However, I did look into this, and I found this tweet from 2021, it's a viral tweet, that I can now presume she is referring to. I don't think it's an own to, like, point out how a lot of people are not familiar with this Twitter meme. Like, okay. Anyways, enough about this Kotaku journalist. Let's focus on this EA person, Correa. So they say, Correa is the latest red flag for the upcoming Marvel's Black Panther game. The game made headlines earlier this year when it was discovered that Cliffhanger Games hired former Sweet Baby Inc. employee Danny Lalanders, who admitted to discriminating against white people during a presentation for the Game Devs of Color Expo 2021. Yeah, of course she did. In the presentation, Lalander states, "Validate has a team of all people of color. We have no white people on our team." No whites here. What the heck? I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment. And I know the best way for the environment to be safe is to be around people who are just like me. And I'm not saying that white people in the industry are creating unsafe environments. I'm not saying that. That is not what I'm saying. Like how she repeats it like 3 times. I'm saying sometimes it is hard work. It is hard to work with white people because they think that something may be okay, but it was really a microaggression. And no one wants to deal with that while you're trying to make a game that they love. Man, to this day, microaggression has to be one of the most lame words I've ever heard.
Sometimes it is hard to work with white people because they think that something may okay, but it was really a microaggression. And no one wants to deal with that while you're trying to make a game.
Hey, isn't Validate that game that had like 16 different playable characters and only one of them was white? And then like most of the people actually picked the white character, which like the devs were enraged about. Isn't this the same game? Am I recalling that correctly? Anyone in the comments want to elaborate on that? It would be much appreciated. Not only did Lalanders admit to discrimination, but she also said she was a racist while attempting to defend her former employer, Sweet Baby Inc. Just took the mask off entirely, huh? On March 7th, she wrote, "I just stopped taking y'all seriously when y'all start running around saying white people can experience racism. Because I did not suffer through 2020 for y'all to act like you weren't an ally to BLM 4 years later." posting that tired screenshot of the Google definition of racism. I just don't care anymore, Lalanders concluded. There's the full set of screenshots for you. So I'm assuming people were responding to her by posting the Google definition of racism, like screenshots of it, to which Lalanders made the aforementioned response about it. Oh, hold on, it gets even worse. Check this out. She then admitted to being a racist in a response to RileyMan1080, who wrote, "Ha ha ha, so being appropriately called racist is tiresome, huh? You could try not being racist." To which Lalanders responded, and you can see she just admits it right there. Wow. Lalanders later stated that if you believe you can be racist towards white people, that makes you racist. Lalanders wrote, "If you think you can be racist to white people, you literally are." Wonderful argument. Racism and prejudice are not the same thing. Racism is systematic, she justified. White people are not systematically affected negatively by racism. Certain groups of white people throughout history have been affected by prejudice based on where they're from. I love how she instantly contradicted her own argument. Like right above there, she's claiming that this makes you racist, right? Simply having this line of thought. And then below that, she says you can only, like, racism is only systematic. So she completely contradicted herself. And for the record, her argument is also just wrong. Like, there's multiple types of racism, systematic being one of them, but it's not the only type. She's basically just regurgitating very brain-rotted rhetoric. I can't believe this is still going on. You gotta be kidding me. How's this just keep getting worse and worse? Let's see. Later in the month of March, after receiving public attention for her comments, Lalanders attempted to deny she even made them. Of course. She responded to a video of her comments that was shared to X by Libs of TikTok and wrote, "Okay, let's address this. In this video, I very clearly stated that the team for Validate is mostly people of color because I wanted to have a team of people who reflected on the game we were working on. If you played Validate, you understand why this was important." Yeah, but that's not what she said. Here's what she actually said.
Who is your team? Validate has a team of mostly all people of color. We have no white people on our team. I did that because I wanted to create a safe environment.
As noted in the video, she says, "Validate has a team of all people of color. We have no white people on our team." So she's already contradicting herself just in her second sentence. Yeah, it seems to be a theme for her, contradictions. Nevertheless, she continued, "This video is a bit outdated, recorded in the summer of 2021. Validate was released in September of 2022. From when this video was recorded to release, we had a few white developers join our team to help us with some music and audio needs. Nowhere in this video did I say we don't hire white people or that I hate white people. I very clearly said we wanted to have a team that reflected the values of the game we were making. As a lead, you pick the best people possible for the job. In this case, the best people for the job were the people who understood the kind of game we were making. Developers working on a game full of queer characters who understand the importance of queerness in games, that is realistic and respectful toward queer people." I'm skipping ahead a bit now because it's her just continually being redundant and trying to backtrack her claims. They continue by writing, "Next, Lalanders attempted to do damage control for her current employer, Cliffhanger, who is developer Marvel's Black Panther for Electronic Arts. She wrote, 'The way LOT posted this video makes it seem like I am the lead developer / hiring director at Cliffhanger Games. I'm not. My title is an associate junior narrative designer. I don't have any power in terms of hiring and never had. I have also only been working at Cliffhanger for about 9 months. This video predates my time at Cliffhanger by 2 years. Again, this video is old and does not reflect my current values or the current reality of my company, Veritable Joy Studios.' Do you think she would have the same sort of grace that she's asking for towards other people? As noted above, Lalanders admitted to being a racist just a week ago. So it's hard to see how her discrimination practices from just 3 years ago do not reflect her current values and her current reality. Regardless, she concluded her thread, "Before I end this thread, please let this be a lesson for everyone to do some research before they post." I mean, it sounds like people did do their research and she doesn't like what's being found by that research. "I've seen a lot of misinformation posted about the situation from journalists, content creators, and even TikTok lawyers." Then she talks about racist things that she is on the receiving end. And yeah, that's bad. All this racism is bad, whether it's stuff that she's allegedly receiving or the racist stuff that she's been on record saying. She finished by saying, "All of this is to say, I am sorry if I made you upset in any way with the contents of this video. I hope this explanation clears things up. Have a nice day, everyone." Furthermore, the head of Cliffhanger, Kevin Steffens, told Marvel.com that diversity was embedded into the company and developer. It's an incredibly rare opportunity to build a new team around the values of diversity, collaboration, and empowerment. We want our games to enable players to feel what it's like to be worthy of the Black Panther mantle in unique, story-driven ways. And we want Cliffhanger Games to empower everyone on our team as we collaborate to bring this amazing world to life. We're dedicated to delivering fans a definitive and authentic Black Panther experience, giving them more agency and control over their narrative than they have ever experienced in a story-driven video game. Wakanda is a rich superhero sandbox, and our mission is to develop an epic world for players who love Black Panther and want to explore the world of Wakanda as much as we do. Okay, so we've got all of this stuff going on with the team behind Marvel's upcoming game, Black Panther. All that Wallander stuff as well, of course, and at the very beginning, the Alexa Ray Correa, senior writer for the game, who wants a shirt that says, all gamers, I don't support all gamers, most of you are bigots. Let me know what you think about all that in the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed my coverage, please consider liking and or subscribing. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.